Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great wherever you're watching from today. We have a continuation of the news from Friday, August 1st, when President Donald Trump announced he was scrambling a pair of submarines to be repositioned after Russia threatened to use a secret weapon that has never been used before. Trump is taking this matter very, very, very seriously, as he should, because it's a very serious situation. He hopped on the internet, let everyone know that he was repositioning submarines in order to protect people, and now he spoke to the media about what is going on. So we're going to get into what happened, the background of what happened, why it happened, what the United States is doing, and then we're going to do a little bit of a comparison between Russian submarine power and United States submarine power. Spoiler alert, the United States' gear is much, much, much better. Before we get into all of that and more, please make sure to like and subscribe. Comment with your thoughts below. I'm trying to respond to as many comments as I can. I don't get every single one, but I'm definitely trying to hit as many as I can. Hit that bell above, all notifications turned on so you won't miss a video. Right here at the bottom of the screen, Instagram, David_Hookstead, XD Hookstead. Make sure to give me a follow there. I share a lot of fun stuff. And if this is your first time ever watching me, welcome. My name is David Hookstead. I enjoy talking about current events, foreign affairs, the military, a little bit of politics here and there, anything that I wake up and find interesting. I'm just a regular guy. Most of the people watching this are just regular, hardworking Americans. We're all figuring this out together. So thank you very, very, very much for being a part of the audience. It means a lot. Now let's get into it. So I'm going to throw this up on the screen for you here. This was the Truth Social post that sent shockwaves through the internet on Friday afternoon when President Trump, seemingly out of nowhere, just announced that we are going to scramble some submarines in response to a threat from Russia. It says, based on the highly provocative statements of the former president of Russia, Dmitry Medvedev, who is now the deputy chairman of the Security Council of the Russian Federation, I have ordered 2 nuclear submarines to be positioned in the appropriate regions, just in case these foolish and inflammatory statements are more than just that. Words are very important and can often lead to unintended consequences. I hope this will not be one of those instances. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So, what did Russia say? How did we get here? Well, Medvedev, who was the president for a few years when Putin had to fake step aside, he had to pretend like he wasn't running the country. Medvedev stepped in and was still a puppet. Putin was still running the country, but couldn't officially be president. They then later changed rules, so Putin will now be the leader of Russia, essentially, as long as he wants to. He went on Telegram and talked about how Russia might use the dead hand system. So I showed this yesterday. I will just bring this back up in case anyone missed it. I'll throw this up on the screen. The dead hand system to summer. I'm not going to reread this again. I read it on Friday. The dead hand system is a system that Russia has going back to the days of the Soviet Union that allows Russia to launch nuclear missiles in the event the entire Russian government, Russian military command is wiped out. It's an automated system that has predetermined targets, and in the event they turn it on and it senses that the United States has launched missiles, this system, whether no one else is alive to set it off, will then launch all of Russia's arsenal back at the United States. It is a guaranteed second strike. What that means is in the event that Russia's leadership is gone, many of its missiles are gone, and so forth, the Russia can use this, and even if no one's alive, they would be able to launch a nuclear strike against the United States. So Trump, in response to that, said, no, you're threatening to use that. We're going to put a couple of our submarines in the water. Before Trump discussed it, I'm going to share this. This is from the BBC. This is the Russian response. So it says Russian news outlets have been rather dismissive of Trump's announcement. Speaking of the Moscow, I think it's pronounced Moskovitsky Komsomolets newspaper. I actually took Russian in college. I don't speak a word of it. I know one sentence, which I cannot repeat here on YouTube because I'd probably lose my channel or get in at least a little bit of trouble. A military commentator concluded that Trump was throwing a temper tantrum. A retired lieutenant general told Kommersant that the U.S. president's talk of submarines was meaningless blather. It's how he gets his kicks. I'm sure Trump didn't really give any orders about submarines. A Russian security expert suggested to the same paper. Commerçant also mentions that in 2016, Trump said he had dispatched 2 nuclear submarines to the Korean peninsula as a warning to North Korea. Yet not long after, Trump held a meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. So bizarrely, might Trump's latest submarine deployment be a precursor to a Russia-U.S. submarine? A summit, I wouldn't go that far. But the reactions from the Russian authorities have been interesting. At the time of writing, there haven't been any, not from the Kremlin, not from the foreign ministry, nor the defense ministry. So Russia doesn't appear overly nervous. Maybe that's because their threat is complete BS, complete nonsense. But let's see now what Trump had to say about it. So this was late Friday afternoon. Trump was asked about scrambling submarines to deal with Russia's dead hand threat, the threat to use the dead hand system from Medvedev. Let's see what Trump had to say.
Deploy the nuclear submarine.
Oh, yeah. Well, we had to do that. We just have to be careful. And a threat was made, and we didn't think it was appropriate, so I have to be very careful. So I do that on the basis of safety for our people. A threat was made by a former president of Russia, and we're going to protect our people.
So right there, I'm going to get that off the screen. Right there, President Donald Trump is saying a threat was made. We're responding to that threat. We are going to protect our people. Essentially saying, hey, if Russia wants to threaten to use secret weapons, world devastating weapons, then we are also going to bring our own weapons to the table, that being ballistic missile submarines that Russia has no ability to find and no ability to stop. And in the event someone pops off, we'll be ready to take care of business. Now, when it comes to actual missile capabilities, let's go ahead and throw this up on the screen. So this is ballistic missile submarines by country. So China has 1 092, 6 094s. France has 4. India has 3 with 6 planned. Right here. Russia has 8 of the Boris class in service. They have 5 of the Delta class. Math, not my strong skill, but that's 13. The U.S. has 14 of the Ohio class. The Ohio class is the most advanced ballistic missile submarine on the face of the earth. And then this is the Korean, so they've got classes under development. So they are building more, but it's right now 14 to 13. But the big difference there is the United States ballistic missile class submarine, the Ohio class, is by far and away the best class that exists. It's not even close. And furthermore, we have the best attack submarines and spy submarines. So, for example, we have something called the Seawolf class submarine. The Seawolf class submarine is the stealthiest submarine ever invented. And we have 3 of them. You can see right here, we have 3 of them. And Russia has no ability to counter them. The Seawolf class submarine can go anywhere in the world, do anything it wants, and it cannot be tracked. There's been rumors and whispers that the United States of America doesn't even have the ability to find it if it were to go rogue, one of those 3. Now, that would never happen, but I'm just saying that as an example. So Russia can talk tough all it wants. It can threaten to use secret weapons. It can threaten that it's going to do something in the United States. But at the end of the day, we have way better submarines. We have way more advanced submarines. We have better long-range capabilities. And Russia knows that if it does anything stupid, it'll be wiped off the map. So I take these threats from Russia with a grain of salt. Yet the president has no choice. He has to take it seriously. He has to respond appropriately. And in this case, that includes, according to Trump, scrambling 2 unknown submarines to unknown locations just to sit and wait in case those orders ever come down the pipeline. So now the ball's in Russia's court. Are they actually going to push the issue on this? I doubt it, but we'll see. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I'll try to respond to as many as I can. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free. Cost you guys absolutely nothing. Huge boost to the channel. Hit the bell. All notifications turned on. Bottom of the screen, Instagram, David_Hookstead, XD Hookstead. And as always, I'll see y'all next time.